There's a rule that decides who leads and who follows, and yet everyone responds to it. A private business dinner, the lights are soft, the music is calm. Around a large table sit executives, investors, and their advisors. At the head of the table is a man. He doesn't rush his movements or his words. He doesn't feel the need to explain himself to anyone. Next to him sits a woman. She's elegant, confident, and visibly attractive. Every move she makes seems to draw attention. But here's the strange part. Even with her beauty, even with her undeniable presence, the entire room subtly orbits the man at the head of the table. It's not because he demands their attention, it's because of how he handles tension. Let's say someone at the table challenges one of his ideas. Instantly the room tightens. You can feel the shift. People lean forward, their bodies tense. A few of them rush to speak, to either defend the idea or jump on the challenge. He pauses. It's not a long, awkward pause, it's just long enough. Just long enough to let the pressure hang in the air. And in that small gap of time, something invisible happens. The entire room slows down. Not because he's the loudest person there, but because he is the most regulated, he's calm. This is the silent rule in action. True power doesn't come from confidence alone. It doesn't come from money. It doesn't come from your job title or status. It comes from something much more fundamental, emotional pacing. This hierarchy isn't based on titles. It's not based on intelligence. It's based on one simple question. When tension appears, who sets the emotional direction for everyone else? Followers react. Leaders regulate. Once you see this, you'll start to see it everywhere you look. When stress levels rise in a meeting, followers immediately start explaining themselves. They get defensive. Leaders, on the other hand, wait. When the pressure hits, followers feel compelled to justify their actions and decisions. Leaders simply choose what to do next. And when emotions spike, when the room gets heated, followers rush to fill the silence. They can't stand the discomfort. Leaders, however, let the silence do the work for them. But why does this work? We look for the anchor in the storm. That's why truly powerful people rarely rush. Let's go back to that dinner. The elegant woman next to the man speaks up. She challenges a point he made. Her tone sharpens just slightly, and everyone at the table feels the shift in energy. The man turns toward her. He's not defensive. He's not annoyed or impressed. He's not reacting at all. He is simply present. He listens to what she has to say. That deliberate pause does something powerful. It forces everyone else at the table to slow down with him. It reframes the entire moment from a confrontation into a consideration. He doesn't go into a long-winded explanation to prove he's right. He simply decides, and that decision lands with authority because the entire room has already unconsciously aligned to his pace. This is why real leadership isn't loud. It's regulated. The silent rule is incredibly simple. Whoever controls the pace of the interaction controls the room. Most people lose their influence not because they lack intelligence or good ideas, but because they respond too fast. They react on impulse. They rush to defend their position when challenged. They rush to make sure everyone understands them. Leaders don't rush to be understood. They are patient. They have the quiet confidence to let others come to them. This principle applies everywhere in life. In business negotiations, in your personal relationships, in situations of conflict and even attraction. Think about it. People aren't drawn to chaos and intensity. They are drawn to stability. They subconsciously follow the person whose nervous system feels the most grounded when others are spinning out of control. That's why some people can command the respect of a room without saying much at all. That's why some people can influence others without using force or aggression. That's why real power often feels quiet, not dramatic. If you want to have more influence in your life, don't focus on talking more or being louder. Instead, focus on slowing down your emotional timing. Practice pausing before you respond. Give yourself a moment to breathe and regulate your own nervous system before you speak or act. Get comfortable with silence and let it work for you. Make a conscious choice to decide instead of instinctively explaining yourself. Because the moment you stop reacting, you stop following, you start leading. This is Mind Atlas. We don't teach surface-level motivation. We map the invisible rules that shape power, leadership, and influence. Thanks for watching.